Hi guys, I am back to show you how to smoke the best whole turkey for the holidays. So we're going to start by making our brine. That's a gallon of cold water on the stove, and we're going to add some aromatics to it. We're going to start by chopping up onion and apple. I'm also going to, or my brother rather, is going to chop up some oranges, some celery. We've got a little bit of lemon there and some lime and fresh ginger. So the point of the brine is it's going to be some salt and sugar in here as well, and that is to tenderize the turkey and also to help it maintain its moisture. It's going to sit in this brine over 24 hours and just absorb all of this flavor. So to our water on the stove, we added some salt. Now we're going to add our brown sugar. By the way, we also had about 3 garlic cloves crushed and chopped in this mixture. So we're adding that to the water now on the stove. And all we need to do is bring this to a boil because we want to dissolve the sugar and the salt. Now we're going to add some seasonings here, and we have some ground black pepper and we have some thyme leaves. And again, we're going to bring this up to a boil. As soon as the sugar and the salt are dissolved, we're good to go. So we moved our turkey. You can do this in a large pot. We just put it in a clean bucket, and then we added ice to our brine because we want to cool it down before we pour it over our turkey. We do not want to pour a boiling brine over that fresh raw turkey. So after we've cooled it down and poured it over the turkey, we're going to cover it with the lid and let it marinate for 24 hours. Now this is the next day, and we're going to start making our marinade injection. So my brother roasted some garlic. So he did that by taking 3 bulbs of garlic. He chopped the heads off of it, poured olive oil over the top, and roasted them in the oven at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes. Now to the bowl, we have 3 sticks of melted salted butter, about 2 tablespoons of Italian seasoning. We have that garlic. Then we also added some salt and black pepper. My brother used his immersion blender just to get it all smooth and creamy, but if a regular blender would work if you have that as well. So now it's time to take the brine off of the turkey, and what he's going to do is just drain it in the sink. So we're just getting rid of all of that liquid. Then he's moving the turkey onto a sheet tray so that we can inject it. We can rub all of the seasonings and marinade on it, but first we're going to dry it with paper towels. This will help get us a nice crispy skin. We're also getting rid of all of that extra brine because it was quite a bit of liquid. So then he just chose to trim off a little bit of the extra skin to kind of clean the turkey up a little bit. And now we're going to start injecting it with our marinade. So all we're going to do is get that marinade into the injection needle, and we're going to poke it underneath the skin and into the breast meat and inject all of that delicious flavor. Now I'm going to show you in some other parts of the turkey, you can actually see it plumping the skin up, but you just go and probe it all around wherever you want to get all of that delicious seasoning, the butter inside of this turkey, and you can see it right here. Now we want to separate the skin of the turkey from the meat. So we're just going to insert our hand underneath the skin, and it just comes apart very easily. This gives us little pockets to put all of that butter and seasonings directly between the skin and the meat of the bird. So not only did we inject the meat with all of that flavor, now we're going to do a layer directly under the skin so that it can just absorb into the turkey. And then we're also going to layer it on the outside. So we're going to rub the skin with the same seasonings and butter. Now we're going to do our final layer of seasoning on each side of our turkey. So we took about a tablespoon of Italian seasoning and some salt and pepper and sprinkled it all over both sides of our turkey. Now we're just going to put some things inside the cavity of our turkey. This has a little bit of flavor, but mostly it just helps us keep the integrity of the cavity of our turkey. Since it's empty and hollow in there, we want it to hold its shape. So we just took one really large apple and chopped that up and stuffed it inside, and also we chopped up a lemon. Then we're just going to take some kitchen twine or any twine that you have and tie the legs together, and then tuck the wings underneath the turkey so that they don't burn. Finally, we're going to add just a little more of that melted butter and seasonings, but not all of it, because we are going to reserve some of that to baste the turkey while it smokes. So we're using my brother's pellet grill, and first he let it do one cycle through the white smoke cycle and let that go through. Then he turned it on and let it come up to temp. We're going to be smoking this turkey at 300 degrees for about 3 to 4 hours until it reaches an internal temperature of 160 degrees. About halfway through our smoking process, we basted our turkey with that leftover butter and seasonings. And I just want to say the reason that we're going to remove the turkey at 160 degrees is because while we let it rest, it is going to continue cooking to reach the optimal temperature of 165 degrees. Make sure that you let your turkey rest once you pull it off of the smoker for about 20 minutes to let all of those juices redistribute and to make sure you don't lose any of that flavor. Then when it's time to eat, simply slice up your smoked turkey and serve it alongside some of your favorite dishes for the holiday season. Don't be intimidated by cooking a turkey this year. You're more than capable to do this on the grill, in a smoker, or even in the oven. You can do this, and I hope you make this recipe. As always, all the details can be found on my blog. The link is in the description below. You have to make it, guys. You have to.